Hello and welcome, my legendary leaves. Okay, does my voice sound kind of strange? I have a feeling my voice sounds strange. Oh well. Uh, we're sidequesting. That's it. I don't know. Maybe we finish the side quest and do something else as well, but the plan is to side quest. Right, my chat wasn't there right now.
Yeah,
Why?
it had to reload. There was a setting that was wrong, so it
Okay.
disabled it when you switched.
Getting a quick overview of things to do, which is right. Traces of a lost village is still remaining. So I remember that I did go to the right place for those, but nothing happened. So let's check that out again, shall we? Here we go. Also, if you're... Oh, look at that. If you're interested in how I'm doing in my private playthrough, where I try to perfect every Pokédex entry, we're not gonna do this on stream though. This will just be a playthrough. We will catch all Pokemon, of course, because we want to get Arceus, but yeah. I'm quite going really well. I finished up to Pokemon number. I have no idea which number it is, to be honest. I have finished all the way through Tentacruel today. Not all today, of course, but all the Pokemon until Tentacruel, as well as some of the ones after that. Like, I have finished up all legendaries and stuff. So, I don't know, I'm at like 75% or something. You know what? Let's kill this. That gives XP. We want those XP. And fight. And I'm feeling wild charge. Of course it ran away. Okay, here we go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hello again. Bye-bye. We got a torn journal. February 5. I was on my way back to the village when a blizzard blew in. I decided to take refuge for the night in one of the mountain huts. I awoke at dawn due to some noise. Before me stood a arbed in a fine kimono. Our eyes met, and beauty stole the breath from my breast. Yet it's a terrible beauty, frightened to behold. I closed my eyes in terror, waiting for to move on and leave me in peace. To everyone who just listens right now, the journal is missing some parts. That's why this sounds so hacked up. When next I opened my eyes, the had disappeared. Disappear. That's a P that's gone. Poof.
Pikachu learned some new letters. Pikapi?
Disappear. Even behind nothing. 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 But the driven. The rest of the pages are missing. Are there even more pages? I don't get it if people say the rest of the pages are missing, because yeah, the diary may not have come to an end, but for all you know, it could just be the last part of the diary and nothing more was ever written, right?
Yeah, but you usually can see when someone ripped out pages.
Well, ripped out pages, okay, but if you cannot, there maybe is no more diary than just that. If someone just stopped writing. So let's do battle. Oh, look up there. A wisp. A wisp. Which we might collect today. We can get all the wisps now. Okay. Raging Fury! That was very easy. As a child, I always thought that fire-type attacks were super effective against ghost-type attacks. My reasoning for that was basically because in Red and Blue, the only ghost types are, according to the Pokédex, made out of gas. And if you put fire to gas, normally the gas won't like that. Right? Frostless seemed to have dropped something. It's a bundle of pages without any cover. It looks like they would fit into the gap in the journal that you found earlier. Let's be completely honest here. With this weather, a journal that is supposedly generations old because the whole village is a myth. So even the remnants of the village aren't even here anymore, right? That journal wouldn't exist anymore. Not in a readable, readable state, condition. And torn pages from that, I give that the benefit of the doubt because this Frostless was holding on to them. Yeah, that might have. That might work. Which would say Frostless can get pretty old, but I assume that. I think it depends really on the species of Pokemon, what the average age of a Pokemon will be. But I guess like Dragon, Grass, and Ghost types would be the ones that live the longest of all types, right? And if you are wondering why Grass types, plants are pretty long living. Most plants live for a really long time, especially stuff like trees, right? Even flowers, you might see the outer flower die, but often the seed under the ground still can grow, the roots basically, not the seed, right? For a lot of plants.
You mean flower onions? What are these called in English?
Bulbs.
Bulbs.
Flower bulbs. Because if the flower goes away, the bulb is still there. It's basically like cutting hair. You still live when you cut your hair. Also trees, if you cut up a tree completely, but leave the roots, that thing will regrow. Now you could question, is it the same tree? Is it a new one? We would need to be able to talk to plants for them to tell us if they remember stuff and what their personality is, right? So hard to tell. That's philosophical at best. Okay. The rest of the page seemed to detail the writer's life in a village, which sounds like it might have been in the Alabaster Islands. Might have. September 1. It's hard to believe it's been years now since and I began living together in the Lage. I was Flip. And I was Flop. Through my old journal entries today and pinned to be reminded of the I met once. In an odd way, reminds me of the that I met that day. But I remind myself I live in the real world, not in a World of old fairy tales. Surely such things be true. January 3. Why did I do it? I have to remember that. Why speak of to my dear? Quick reminder here. Once upon a time, in this very region, it was pretty normal for Pokemon and human to marry each other and probably also do adult stuff. Probably. Because, I mean, if you marry, that's very likely to happen. I regret some. It's too late for now. It's gone. I have lost. Forever, I know it. Disappeared, Levy. Behind nothing but the driven snow. Oh, whoa. Why did I speak of it? If only I held my tongue, kept my islands, I wouldn't have ever been to know such grief. That was the last entry in the journal. You better return to Jubilife Village and show the old journal to the merchant. Money. But first, we have seen that there is something up there. Which we will get. Okay. And got it. Mark this on the map. Also, this thing is thinging. Oh right. I thought the Geodude probably, but no, not here. Drain Punch Book. Fix this. Boom. Got going, Floy. Okay, so let's get back to the life of Juby. I caught 2 Pokemon? Seriously? Alright, those little guys. Next. This returning takes a bit too long, to be honest. It's... yeah. What do I like to do? Return to the village. Huh? What did you do just now?
Just checking.
Okay.
It was a bit pixely.
Pixely? Oh no.
Yeah. But the CPU is fine, so.
Probably your end.
Yeah, probably.
There we go. Also more side quests here, or will the next one be the search for the wisps? And those strange journal entries as well. I should have marked which ones I have. Like I did with the wisps. That would have been a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Oh well. Did you find any trace of a settlement that might once have been around the Avalanche Slopes? Technically, we found out that there might have been a village somewhere there, but we don't really have an idea where, right? You root around in your satchel, but you can't seem to find the old journal you picked up. Dum dum dum. What? You say you found an old journal, but now it's gone? And you got it from a Pokemon? Well, don't leave me in suspense. What in the world did it say? That lines up exactly with the stories I heard from my old gran about the village. Which means that it's true. My ancestors really did come from a village that once existed here. And see, this is why I'm saying this village is pretty old. Because her grandma told her stories that there apparently was a village once. So even in her grandma's days, there was no village anymore and no ruins of that village. And she is, I would say she's at grandma age as well. Young grandma age, like her nephew, not her nephew, Her
Grandson?
grandson. Why is my brain saying it's nephew? It's not nephew. Her grandson is like maybe 5-6 years old. Maybe a grandma like that more. But still, we're talking about almost 100 years when the village wasn't existing already. So yeah. You have no idea how many years I've wondered if I could believe those old tales or not. I really owe you a great deal for looking into this for me and clearing up my doubts. Traces of a lost village. Dawnstone. But you still have to wonder. Why would a Pokemon be carrying an old journal that once belonged to a human? And you say it disappeared? I almost wonder if somehow it returned to that Pokemon again. Huh. And I wonder how, I wonder why. Copyright infringement is right around the corner. Sky. No, I think if you just sing a bit, there's no problem there. Okay, in this case, to be honest, let's fly over everything. Bah. Bah. Oh, a mass outbreaker. Should we take this? No, I don't think so. We'll start an Obsidian Fieldlands. Maybe there's a side quest in one of those as well. I think it should show though. So nothing here. Okay, first off we will collect. That was the wrong stamp brief. What is Y doing? It's closing. It's going here. A button to set a flag would be good, but which one could you use? L. L doesn't do anything. You could use L to set the flag. That would be useful. So, but we will have a look out while we collect these if we might spot something useful. Ah, there, I see it. Ah, we go. Satchel 1. Grueling Grove. I don't think we were there. Were there. Well, in stream. Yeah, I'm flying slowly just because we're also searching for the wisps and this covers more land. Also, we can reach further. It has a lot of benefits. Okay, down here. There. No, that's not there. Next one would be there. But I want to fly over that Heracross because I have an inkling that there on this tiny island, there, exactly down there, is nothing of importance. Really, what is that island for? Was there something? Can't remember. I remember the stupidest stuff from older games, but newer games, I don't know. Is that glittering there? Yes, so we want to get that. I still can remember that going back into your hut in Donkey Kong Country 1 will net you an extra life. Also, I do remember that in Donkey Kong Country 3, there's a circle of stones you can surf around on your boat. Boats don't surf, Rief. But I'm a bit in a Pokemon mode right now, so it's surfing. If you circle counterclockwise, I think it was counterclockwise, might be clockwise, but I'm pretty sure it was counterclockwise, you unlock this secret world that had a level that I always pronounced wrongly. Of course, the German name of the level it's called Pille-Palle Pipeline in German. Now, you know what a pipeline is? How do I explain Pille-Palle?
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake?
Yeah.
Well, it's a
Like, piece of
work.
cake.
It's a word we describe easy stuff with, you could say, yeah. Or stupid stuff sometimes as well. But I was a very young child back then, so I pronounced pipeline as Pipeline, which would just be how you would pronounce it reading it in German. And nowadays, I think that's quite funny. We also have the unknown to find. I forgot the word find. What is wrong with me? Yes, there was a wisp, but here is the satchel.
Okay.
That's why we
You overlooked it.
go there first. Also, there is an unknown near here. I mean, the unknowns we don't need to mark because we can always look in the diary what is missing. And these marks get out of hand soon. So we will get that unknown. In German, the unknown's name could even work in English. Because it's incognito. It's like...
what it's called.
I was struggling. I know in English you would pronounce it incognito. But incognito... That sounds a bit strange, you know?
Yeah,
What? I can't.
Incognito.
In German, it's... Yeah, they're missing the N in German. Will you do, Sneasler? Whoa, 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 whoa! Why? I was over that branch. So, hello there, little guy. Oh, we can use this. That's one and done. Yeah. We marked this wrong again. Oh, damn it. I wasn't Braviary anymore. I always mess that up. And sometimes it switches it for no reason on its own. Well, not while I'm flying, but sometimes I land. And yeah, there, see? Why does this turn into Sneasler? That doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes you just land. Most of the time you just land, and sometimes this happens. It's a bit annoying. I couldn't really figure out why so far, but yeah. Okay, so the plan today is finishing up the wisp. Sorry. I'm dying quickly and then be back.
Okay.
I inhaled my own spit. Not recommended. Don't do that. That's very unhealthy. Yeah, the plan is finishing off the Obsidian Highlands with the not the incognito, the unknown, wisps, and those poems. We will get all those today. We'll see how long that takes, but probably long enough, if we can even finish all of them, because those poems might be a bit challenging. I don't like Ursa Luna when it comes to the search function. It's not working all that well. Okay, isn't there something on this island? A wisp, maybe. Okay, I'm keeping a low voice for a bit, sorry. I should be back in like 5 minutes. Oh, there it is. That helps always when I have that problem. Okay, Mr. Satchel. Hello? Oh, there. Let's give him back. I don't know. I don't think you have to actually have to do this. Probably not. But I'm gonna do it now anyway. Okay, Andy and Max, you die a lot. A lot. Maybe too lot. Okay. So, let me quickly check. What were the hints? Turn your eyes up at the volcanic... Yeah, that's not helping us here. Look to the ruined pillars of Celestica. No, not here. A lone tree on a pond on the grove. Wait. That island we were to before. Should have checked for incognito. A stony outcrop over pools of mud. Yeah, that's not here. Atop a waterfall of obsidian. Yeah, I know where this is. The lake island where emotion resides. Can anybody, if you can, tell me, please, in the comments, or if you watch the VOD on YouTube, in the comments, can you tell those stupid lake guardians apart and which one stands for which? I know it's emotion, willpower, and a third thing. See, I don't even know that. But, right? They're so... I can't... The names are so extremely interchangeable. Also, what they stand for is completely interchangeable. Nothing about their design says anything about these. Gaze down from atop the greatest glacier... Yeah, well. Where stick and lock dam the river. Okay, I remember those few because else I will forget. But this is helping. This is helping already. So let's try here. I don't think anywhere here is something. Is this emotion? Well, we do know it's one of the lakes, so we just check the lakes. I wonder what would happen if you hack this one away. Yeah, spoiler, I guess. This thing opens up later. I mean, you could guess that. Anyway, also, the game is out for a while now. Guess we just found the emotion thing. I see you. Because it's an eye that has an eye. Eye? We'll check if this is the emotion. Don't hop so far up into the air. You're 100% catch. And to be honest, that's good. Yes, this is emotion. So, ta-da! Let's check out the mountain up there. Check. If I'm going to check these things, I should rename myself to Checky-chan. Ha! Delete me, please. This was so bad. Did you just press my delete button? Good thing I turned that thing off. I knew you would be mischievous with that. I think we need to be a bit lower. We don't care about shaking trees. Yeah, I don't care about the glittering rocks and either. Not now. We have a mission. We will follow that mission. But I think up here is just nothing. Nothing, and that's it. A completeness of nothing. A nothingness, you could say. Okay. We have to look at the number, how many wisps we are missing when we get the next one. I'm pretty determined to get the wisps without a guide. But we might get some help for those journal, legend, poem thingies. Might. We'll try without, but if you have collected those yourself, you know that it's a bit annoying. Or that's maybe just me, that I think Ursaluna is annoying. Not design-wise. Design-wise, it's fine. I kind of like it. It grew on me a bit. When I first saw it, I was pretty meh. But it grew on me. It grew on me. But I think, yeah, let's get the unknown over there first. Now that we're here. I have a few ideas for wisps left. Also, again, the draw distance is pretty bad, or else the wisp would be relatively easy. I think they wouldn't be too easy. Okay. Ta-da! Any. So, yeah. Oh, we didn't get that wisp? Really? That's the most easy to find. And we did not get that yet. And we won't get it right away, because I want to check out this corner before. Because up here is nothing really. There's nothing. This place is strange. Just nothing there. Huh. Also, I am disappointed that there is no waterfall with a cave behind it. That is a cardinal sin, not putting a cave behind a waterfall in a video game. It even states that in the Bible, and there's no real scripture in Buddhism and Shintoism, I think. But it would state that in there as well. What other things are there? The Quran, which basically is the Bible, minus half of it. Right? Or am I just saying something terribly wrong right now?
I never read it, but that's what I heard.
It's only the Old Testament, right?
Similar to the Old Testament, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I heard as well. If that is wrong, feel free to tell me. I actually, to be honest, I don't care much about the Quran or the Bible likewise, but I would be interested in knowing if I would be wrong about this. So, yeah. When it comes to religion, I'm just not. I'm not religious. I like some aspects of Shintoism and Buddhism, like I like the idea of basically everything has a soul in it. Like, more in the metaphorical sense, though, because, like, I have that problem with shoes. I cannot throw away old shoes. Which my wife would do for me, but I don't want her to, because I want to do it myself to just get over it. Because if I don't do it myself, I will never be able to, right? Wait, there should be always be that draw distance. But like, I don't believe that they are alive, of course. Depending on how old they are, maybe they are. But yeah, I don't have ever had shoes that old. I think the most was like maybe 10 years. Is that a lot for shoes? Well, if they're not broken, why exchange, right? Yeah, but so 12 missing, by the way. 12. We should check over here again. This seems, yeah. They were trusty companions, you could say, right? They were always with me when I was going outside, because obviously I'm not often going outside barefooted. I think I go outside barefooted a lot more than other people would, though. Which just means when I take out the trash, I'm not putting on shoes for that. And that's it. If it's longer than that, then I'm putting on shoes. And basically our trash is in front of the driveway, and that's all. If I'm going further than the driveway, then I'm putting on shoes. That's an Alpha Munchlax. I mean, a shiny would be way cooler, but that's an Alpha Munchlax. We're gonna get that. Turn around. Could I interest you in some fruit? You're a Munchlax. Of course I can. Yeah. The stranger thing about that, though, is while I have that with shoes as my trusty companions, you could say the same goes for like shirts and stuff, but if those have too many holes that I wouldn't even wear them around the house anymore, yeah, throw that garbage away. I don't need it. Which is strange, I know, because the same logic as with shoes applies to that. Should, at least, right? But it just does not. And if you know me, I really don't care much about shoes even. I have 2 pairs? Maybe? I have 3. I have 3 pairs of shoes right now. So many. Like, I have sandals, which I'm just wearing right now because it's summer. Then I have a normal pair of shoes, which I wear when... Some sneakers, yeah. Which I wear when it's winter. Yeah. And a third pair? I do have...
You never wear them, but you have.
I still have those?
Yes.
Those? I mean, they're still fine, right?
Yeah, that's why they're still here. And if it's a bigger winter and you're out more than you were this time...
A bigger winter.
Yeah.
Not in this day and age anymore.
Our first winter here was heavy. But we didn't have to go out that much.
True. But, I mean, I guess nowadays you can be lucky if it even snows. Of course, if you're living in, like, Australia, that's not a place where it snows. That's normal. But Germany normally had, I would say, it's one of the poster childs for seasons. Winter has snow, autumn has rain, summer is hot, and spring is nice and comfy, breezy. What you would expect from the seasons, you would get in Germany. That was like 20 years ago the case. That did change a lot. Snow, not rare, but very uncommon, I would say, right? It's really messed up. And then there are some people denying climate change. Oh yeah, sure. Like, how hot was last year's summer?
had hotter ones, so it's not that bad.
We did have hotter ones?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's still not normal.
It was just about 34 some degrees, I think.
Oh, goodbye.
We had a summer that was around 40.
Celsius is that, by the way.
Yeah.
40 degrees. How would I ever live through that? I'd probably die. Sweaty spaghetti. Please don't make the summer that hot. You hear me? Yeah, you.
I didn't do that.
Why? Because if you did, you could also do not. And that would be nice. Oh, I can't stand the heat. I like spring the best. This breezy, nice, comfy weather. You don't need to wear a lot of clothes. You can go out in shorts and stuff. Not that I'm going out in shorts in winter. Totally not. Never would do that. Right, but spring has the best climate. And yes, I of course go out in shorts in winter. Help me, I'm lost. Could that mist... I know that the mist shows you cannot go any further, but... You know, when the mist appears here, could it also go away like here?
I guess it does.
Normally it doesn't. Sometimes it stays around for so long. Case in point, this game is mocking me. Yeah. The reason I go outside in shorts in winter is... There are several reasons. First off, I can't be bothered putting on more clothes than a shirt and shorts. That's annoying. I like the look of hoodies, but I can't wear them most of the time because they're just too warm. Also, if I'm going outside, it's mostly for grocery shopping. So I'm going from the car into the supermarket. And supermarkets, in Germany at least, I can't speak for other countries, of course, are heated up. Like it's not normal. Right? They turn on the AC. You can heat with an AC, right?
You can, but you shouldn't.
But they do. Well, they make them hot. It's really like, yeah. It's like summer inside there, so I don't want to wear a hoodie in those. Would you?
No.
So, yeah, and that short walk from the parking space to the actual shop, yeah, I can do that. That's okay. I don't mind the cold as much anyway, so, yeah. Yeah, the cold doesn't bother me anyway. No. We know that joke. Joke made. Everyone calm down. Yeah, and the third reason is when I'm not going grocery shopping and going outside, it's normally like going to the mailbox. Also not much to walk. Why would I put on a jacket for that? I do occasionally, if we need to ship snow. What's it called? I have no idea. Plowing? Clear out snow? If there's too much snow on the boardwalk, then you need to put snow away. Boardwalk. What? Sidewalk. Yeah, one's British, one is American, one is potato, one is potato. Yeah, you need to clear that away. I might wear a jacket for that. I might. But I'm not changing my pants. I'm still wearing shorts.
You might be definitely crazy.
I might be definitely crazy, but do I ever get sick because of that?
Yes.
Rarely, I would say. Also, I don't mind being sick. I have a lovely wife for that.
Yeah.
Much to her annoyance. sorry, not sorry.
I don't really mind caring for you when you're sick.
But if it's my own fault, that's not good.
No. My problem is when I'm sick, I'm still caring for myself.
Because most of the time, I'm sick as well when you're sick.
No, you're not.
Honestly, look at this map. Where are 9 of those wisps still left?
Around Lake Verity is nothing?
I was looking
On
up
this
there.
island, maybe? Grantree area? The tiny island over there in Gruel and Grove?
There was an unknown.
Okay.
Yeah, Lake Verity, I checked twice. I just was there. Found that one.
Do you want hints? You want to do it without hints? Right?
Not right now.
Okay.
I mean, ideas from you, yes, but don't look anything up now.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? I mean, I collected those once already.
Shaky tree.
I don't care about shaky trees right now.
You
And it's triggering me, ignoring those shaky trees, because my head is saying, what if that Burmy is shiny? Yeah, I might miss out on a shiny. Probably not, though. I have a perfected Pokédex entry for those and still haven't met a shiny in my private playthrough, so maybe they just can't be shiny. Okay, you know, let's walk from one end to the other, just to make sure, because the draw distance, again, is awful. Because there should be... See, I just landed there and it did not turn into Sneasler. Now I ask you, why? Maybe I'm just not getting something there, but... I can't really think of why it happens sometimes and some other times. Why can't I walk over there? I hate this so much. Right, they could just do an area here. Put some Pokemon there. Some ores, stuff. It's a matter of like 5 minutes, maybe. They could have done that. It's already modeled anyway. I see a wisp over there. Should we still search around Lake Verity, or do you think that one wisp is probably enough?
Down there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm seeing. I just wanted to find a safe passage.
I'm not
Touch. Adrian, I think we can assume that this is bothering me a bit.
Maybe where the path goes through in the south of Lake Verity.
There.
I checked to make sure.
There's nothing really there where it could be, though. If it's not directly on the path.
Maybe it is.
So here we are. Checking this like the 3rd time today. Doesn't seem like it. Can't really go up there. We can go up here, but there's a Togekiss up there. Yeah. Ramanas Island, though, seems a bit empty. So let's walk. I think walking might often be better. Also, if you wanna get an early, what's their name? There. Coolfish. You can actually find some around there. So, if you cannot swim, it should still be possible for you if you go up here, which you can do pretty right away from the get-go, to catch one with a feather ball. That should work out. If you want one early. Just a little hint here. Tip, you could say. Okay. Wait, there. Over there. Why? You have seen when we walked up to the one that's up here that we basically had into close range, like 10 pixels. But that in the distance there, that we can see.
Yep.
At least keep the draw distance consistent. Not this messed up. This is... Don't get me wrong, I really like this game. This game is really good. I will recommend it to everyone who likes playing games. Especially Pokemon fans, of course. But, you know. But some of the things in here are so mind-numbingly stupid. Oh, look there. We can also see this from quite a ways away. Before, when we went here, we couldn't see it at all, though. 6 remaining, but I think the hardwood might still have some. And the tunnel. This whole area. Hello. Lopunny. I like the English, the German name more. In German it's called Schlappohr, which is basically the word Schlappohr, just with a P missing. And Schlappohr basically translates into sloppy ears, I would say. Sounds correct. Oh, we can get one more incognito here. Not incognito. Now I'm mixing them. Now that I told the story about those. Because it could work as an English name. What is the Japanese name for them? Unknown. We could have kept that in German as well. Well, guess we wouldn't have known how to pronounce it. Normally I don't like it when they change names. However, I don't know, in Pokemon it kind of works well. Like, for example, when it comes to Digimon names, I think it's stupid that they changed up the names. Especially the Digimon names, which we'll get into, comes with some problems as well. But the Pokemon names, I don't know. There's something to that I like. And I don't know why. It's strange, but yeah. So, there should be an unknown somewhere around here. The dam, yeah, I mean, there's the wood. So, about the Digimon names. What are the problems we run into? There are 2 in particular that are bad. For once, they changed the name of Sephirothmon into Mercurymon. Oh, there. Now, why is that a problem? Because later on, a group of Digimon named the Olympus 12 was introduced, which are based on 12 gods of the, well, Greek Olymp. Now, the problem here is they renamed Sephirothmon, which is based on a Sephiroth, which is not a character from Final Fantasy, but Google it. It's too hard to explain here. It's based on that, so it fits. While Mercurymon from the Olympus 12 was named after the god Mercury. Now, see where the problem goes here? And then Omegamon into Omnimon. I mean, Omnimon is not a bad choice. Seeing that Omni means all. So, it kinda... Yeah, it's a mixture of 2 Digimon. It can work. And the problem is Omegamon's backstory here. Okay, now we have to go deep into digital lore. Let's all go digital. And that would be There's a group in Digimon called the Royal Knights. You might know the term Royal Knights from Digimon Frontier, but there are only 2 of them appeared. There are actually 12 of them, which are called... I'm not going over their names here. I don't think I can remember all the names even. But it's like Omegamon is part of it, Dynasmon, Sleipnirmon, stuff like that. A lot of them. So, with those Royal Guardians, one of the Digimon they were originally composed of was, and you might get the gist from this already, Alphamon. There was a lot of stuff happening leading to Alphamon's death. And then, for Alphamon, the first member, the founding member of it, Omegamon, the newest member, took over. See, the Alpha and the Omega. The beginning and the end. And, well, there's a whole story about Alphamon later returning with the X-antibody stuff. This is going very deep into digital lore, so we can skip that. But it's about that Alpha and Omega of Alphamon and Omegamon, which just doesn't work with Omnimon anymore. So, yeah, that's a bummer. Sure, you could always say that, yeah, well, the translators couldn't possibly know that this will be happening later on. True, that's an argument, but I would say that's an argument that goes for maybe not changing names because this stuff could happen and you don't know it yet. So, yeah. Like, see, if a Digimon, like, for example, Cyberdramon, which is, I don't even know why it's named Cyberdramon. There's nothing specifically cyber about it. Maybe the visor or something. The name is just a name. There's nothing much behind it. If they would have changed that name, yeah, nothing would have come out of that change because it's just one name. But if you have a Digimon called Omegamon, you know, Omega, last Greek letter, sign of the end. That's a bit much behind that name to just change it, right? So, yeah. And I'm sure you could find more examples of problematic name changes in Digimon. Oh, one I have, but I'm doing a bit of a disclaimer here because I heard that, have not fact-checked that. After I told it you might want to do it, if not, it's fine, but yeah. And that is Hikari's name. The problem with Hikari's English name, Kari, is that in Japan, the word Kari refers to, well, the tip of the main male organ. Like I said, I heard that from different sources. Would need to fact check that if that is true. But if that is true, then... yeah, what a name for a little girl, right? Or is Kari even a real name? I don't think so, right? It's still a made-up name, right? Also, her name in Japan, Hikari, means light, which, I mean, if you know Digimon, you know that this makes sense. I'm pretty sure one of those islands had a wisp as well, but apparently I am quite mistaken about that.
It's translated to Kali.
Well, Google Translate isn't the best. Maybe search the other way around. Maybe this might not be true at all, and I just told you. Well, I wouldn't call it a lie because I was thinking that it. Well, like I said, I wasn't quite sure if this is true. I heard it from different sources, independent sources, so. And there, now we changed back into Wordier instead of normal landing. I don't get it. I wouldn't even know what to call the tip of, well, said organ in English, to be honest. In German we call it acorn. I never heard to refer to as acorn in English, just as the tip.
Apparently, kari.
Yes.
Kanji for it.
Yes.
Can mean temporary, provisional, interim, assumed, acting, fleeting, informal, or unauthorized.
Still not very good words for that little girl.
Yeah.
Even though not as bad as Tippy. Let's call it Tippy for now. I guess somewhere around here would make sense. Yeah. Other than that, I just don't like the English names. Also, they did change Taichi Yagami, Yagami being another word for light, into Kamiya, another Japanese surname, which I don't know the meaning of, but normally people always say that they change the names to English ones for the English children to better understand the names, to better be able to pronounce them and stuff. But for once, they hear them pronounced on the show, so what? That doesn't make sense. And changing a Japanese name into a Japanese name to make it easier, kind of, that doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
That's what? The worst though is Inazuma 11. That was bad. I love Inazuma 11, but the dub, German and English, are evilishly bad. If you don't know what Inazuma 11 is, it's basically a game, or there's also an anime, about soccer. Kinda. Imagine soccer, but they can use stands like in JoJo. In later seasons, they can use stands. And really, those are basically stands. Also, in the early seasons, they can do something like summon a dragon while shooting the ball. So the goalkeeper has to, well, defend himself against a dragon. Good thing he can materialize a giant hand of energy to do that. Or just summon the Chinese wall, that happened as well. And that wasn't even called the wall. The wall is just a normal wall. Yeah, stuff like that. It's fantasy football. No, fantasy football is a thing. It's not like fantasy football. I think in fantasy football you only mix teams of real people or something. I have no idea. Yeah, that's Inazuma 11. And as you see, the thing is, with it being about soccer, it's set in Japan at first. So far, so fine. You can change stuff. Now in the second game, you tour all through Japan. So you have a world map of Japan. And everybody has an English name. Isn't that a bit strange? Now the third game, though. Welcome to the World Tournament. And no matter where you come from, the Spanish team, the Italian team, the Scandinavian team is there as well, I think. The American team, yeah, that makes sense. The German team, the Japanese team, they all have English names. And that is quite dumb, I would say, right? Now, I talked to someone on the internet, that is, that tried to defend this. He was a huge soccer fan, so he told me that in real soccer, people always get exchanged, even when it comes to countries. Like, you buy players from one country for your own team. Which I think is pretty stupid, but oh well. However, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you told me that. When it comes to the World Championships, you have to be born in that country to play for it, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So with the third one being about World Championships, that explanation still wouldn't make sense. Also, this is about children. They are not even high schoolers, I think. They're in the middle school, right? Like 8th grade, maybe? Something around that.
Something like that,
I don't think you buy an 8th grader from another country into your own country just because of soccer. That's not happening. Also, even if you say they do, everyone having an English name, so basically only English countries play soccer in this game, or, well, people originating from English countries, that's still a lot of a stretch, I would say. Right? But here's the kicker. In the original Japanese version, everyone had a name that's normal in their country. German players had German names, English players English names, stuff like that. Except that one guy who was Japanese, he had an English name. Okay. He might have been half foreign. Might have been, right? That's not a problem. You can have that. You can do that. With 1, 2, maybe even 5 characters could do that. Having a name that's not originating from the country. I mean, my wife and I plan to give our kids Japanese names. It's fine. You can do that. But it's a bit of a stretch that all children in all schools in Japan have only English names, right? But the kicker comes, that guy with the English name is the only character that was renamed with a Japanese name in the English version. He had an English name already, so... And you cannot tell me that they did this to show that he has a name from a different country, because... I mean, everyone else has an English name. They are from different countries, so... By that logic, he should have an English name, even if he comes from China or whatever. It's stupid. You can't do that with a franchise like that. Just doesn't work. And on top of that, they were bad names. It's like one of the characters was named Ironside, and I think another one was Wallside or something. There were like 4 characters that had side in their surname. Why? That's completely stupid. Also, they were kind of sexist. Because, yes, you could say it's sexist that only boys could play. In the second game, girls were also added. But, I mean, that's basically what soccer is. Boys play against boys. Girls don't play. Except against girls. And it was about boys' teams. I mean, in this game, they could have just not done that. But they did. Oh well. Happens. It's okay. But, what I mean with the sexist thing is, there was one character that looked pretty girly, you could say. I don't think he even looked like a girl, but he had long blonde hair. And kind of beautiful blue eyes. Is that already enough to be a girl? I doubt it. But they changed his gender to a girl. That's the only female character in the English version. They didn't do that in the German version, though. For some reason. But isn't that sexist, saying that it has to be a girl because it looks like a girl? Isn't that basically what we are fighting against right now with all this equal rights stuff? You know? Which I'm all for, but Stuff like that. I mean, you look like a girl, you have to be a girl? Well, no, I don't. If I look like a girl, I can still be a guy. It's just some men are born more feminine looking and some girls are born more masculine looking. That is okay. But doing stuff like that kind of confuses everyone. Long story short, I really loved the Japanese version of the anime. I really loved the games gameplay wise. The translation wasn't good though. The translation just was not good. Or I shouldn't say the translation, I should say the localization. That was not... No. They messed that up. And it shows. It shows that it wasn't a good idea. Because this game was made by a company called Level 5, which still exists in Japan, but they have a few years ago closed off all the what are those called? All their locations outside of Japan. And you have not seen a game of them in the West after that. The saddest thing is, 1 year before they closed down all those locations, they announced that they are trying to get stuff to the West faster. Which did not happen. And I think the last game they ever released was Ni no Kuni 2. Which I'm not even sure is still made by Level 5. The first one was. Was the second as well? You have to fact check that when you're back.
Isn't it just thing that they just don't publish it by themselves anymore? But Nintendo publishes?
Well, Nintendo didn't publish Ni no Kuni 2. Not the PS4 version.
Yeah, but Snack World.
Oh, right, there was Snack World. Which was like 10 years old at that point. It's, you can get it for the Switch. It's basically a remastered version from a DS game. It's pretty good, I would say, but the translation is also pretty okay. Guess what? They did not change names. Just saying. But you rarely see stuff. They do have a new franchise that is not that small, I would say, called Megaton Musashi, which has an anime, it has games, merchandise, of course, stuff like that. Not outside of Japan, though. I think that company is slowly dying, to be honest. There's a Ni no Kuni mobile game out now as well, which I'm just not enough into mobile games to care. It looks okay, but I want to play this on consoles, to be honest. I don't like playing on mobile. I just don't like it. Give me buttons. I need buttons. Buttons, oh well, motion controls, and I know that might sound like an opinion people will argue about, but if motion controls are done well, it works. Oh, we should clear out our satchel. Yeah. We're gonna look up a release list when my wife's back. And see what's level 5 doing right now. Maybe they aren't that bad off after all. But in the West, you definitely rarely see stuff from them. Which is a bit sad. They made good games. Oh, right! I completely forgot. You probably know... Probably the most known game franchise of level 5 in the West. They are the ones behind Professor Layton. This is wrong. They made Professor Layton, right. I completely forget that they were behind that as well. So yeah, you see, and if you're if you are the developer of Professor Layton, how can you be so bad about stuff like that? Professor Layton, they didn't do. And here's the thing. Yeah, you can actually see it. Professor Layton did well. I mean, this might be a coincidence, of course, but Professor Layton in the West did very well. Inazuma 11 did not. Still, 4 games released in the series is not that bad, but it didn't become big or anything. Now, LBX, or Little Battlers Experience, they changed the names of the characters in that as well. It did bad. White Knight Chronicles, also made by them, if you know that game, did pretty okay. For an RPG in the West, it did pretty well. Did not change names. Can you see what I'm getting at? Ni no Kuni did not change names. Just a few here and there, because some names tend to be strange in Japan. That's fine. But most of the names are the original names. It did well. Can you see a structure in this? Of course, it can't be the name changing only, because those are, in the end, only names. It has to be about the gameplay and all the stuff, but it tells you something, I would say, that if they change names, the game goes bad. Strange, right? Too strange for a coincidence. It's not the complete fault for that, but you know, something seems to be up with that. We found another wisp! Finally! Yippee! Okay. You heard mostly all? Okay. Then let's have ourselves a release list check. Okay, we are missing 3. I think the hardwood is done. Ramana's Island as well. Lake Verity baffles me still. Floro Gardens we just checked through. The Horseshoe Plains. This seems empty. And over here as well. We didn't have had a look inside the tunnel. Let's do that. Okay, yeah, we need... Well, developed and published, of course. Maybe all the games that failed were Nintendo published, and that would tell us Nintendo messed up. But I don't think Nintendo published Professor Layton. Especially as there are versions for mobile and stuff. That wouldn't work. Well, they can publish for mobile, they do, but... Do they publish for mobile for others?
They did Dragon Quest 8.
Right, Dragon Quest 8. They had the remakes, which all went well and did change a lot of names, which is normal Dragon Quest behavior. But actually, Dragon Quest is a bad example, because of course a Dragon Quest won't go bad. Dragon Quest will be successful because it's Dragon Quest. And that's not the fanboy talking out of me, that's just what Dragon Quest is. Dragon Quest is popular. Right? Yeah. Everything alright?
Yeah, my nose is just...
Oh, drippy. Drippy or trippy?
Yeah, Yoga Watch.
Alright, Yoga Watch, which also kind of failed pretty hard in the West. And they did change the names in that. In very stupid ways, even. They had the chance to teach children about another country's culture. Isn't that a good thing? Why change stuff up, right?
Yeah.
I hate that. Teach culture. So yeah, Yoga Watch. It tells you a lot that I, as a lover of monster racing games, forgot about Yoga Watch.
There's Fantasy Life?
Fantasy Life, I don't know if that did well. And I don't know if they changed names there. Probably not much. I think Fantasy Life, I think people know of it. It didn't go big, but didn't go bad, I would say, right?
So
Did they also do Nick no Kuni? The Country of Nick. Of Nicholas Cage. Wait, Ni no Kuni with Nicholas Cage. That sounds... Yeah, Ni no Kuni 2. They did the first one. It would be strange if they didn't do the second one. Okay.
And the app.
But to be honest, Ni no Kuni 2, as a game, good. As a Ni no Kuni, not that good. So, I would still recommend it. It's a fun game. A lot to enjoy there. But don't expect something Ni no Kuni 1-ish. It doesn't even come close to it.
Yeah. So after Ni no Kuni 2,
Yes.
there was Snack World.
Yeah, the remake stuff, or was that completely after Ni no Kuni 2?
I'm not sure when Ni no Kuni 2 came to us.
But yeah, okay, Snack World.
Yeah.
Also,
More Yokai Watch, Fantasy Life Online.
right, that was a Fantasy Life Online.
Megaton Musashi.
Yes, which you never have heard of except the anime in the West.
Yeah. And Inazuma 11 Great Road of Heroes is to be announced.
Okay.
Then there's Ushiro.
What is
also
Ushiro?
To be announced. I don't know. For Switch, apparently.
Okay.
And True Fantasy Life Online for Xbox was cancelled. And that's all they have on the wiki here.
That's not much.
So,
And
new stuff here is Megaton Musashi from November 2021.
yeah, and that has not seen a Western release. The last one was Snack World in that case. And Snack World was like 4 years or something ago? Right? And with how much they put out, actually, even very strange things. Cinderella's Story, or what that was called, is also from them. The one where you can date boys. That had, well, 2 characters from Inazuma 11. And that's why I know about that game.
But I think
Wait, they didn't list Professor Layton?
They did, but we talked about
Okay.
that already. So
Okay.
left it out.
Yeah. Makes sense, but...
Dumbbell Senki as well.
Yeah, Dumbbell Senki. I am so confused because...
Cinderella was 2012.
What is Dumbbell Senki's or LBX's real game? Because I think the games are called LBX in Japan as well, not only in Western countries, right? But the anime is called Dumbbell Senki, which translates into Cardboard Wars. It makes sense if you know the franchise. It's a very good franchise.
The original for PlayStation Portable is called Dumbbell Senki.
Seriously.
Yes. And then we had Little Battle Experience Boost.
But that is called LBX, or Little Battlers Experience.
Yeah.
I think they made that series way too confusing. Because wasn't it like Dumbbell Senki is the same game as LBX Boost, but LBX Boost just has some extra stuff and was for DS? But yeah, there was some confusing naming stuff about those. You need a bit of a guide to know which games to play. But basically, skip the PSP ones and go for DS. However, only the first game on DS was ever released in Western countries, so if you don't play them in Japanese, you don't have much choice. It's a great game with a surprisingly dark story. I mean, it's about children basically playing with little mechas inside of boxes. It's like tiny-sized mechas like this big, maybe? Do we have? No. We checked that
They're
before.
in some box.
They're in some box. I have some model kits of it. Yeah, they're like, what, 10 centimeters tall? Something like that.
Yeah.
Not 20 though, right?
Okay, Okay, might be
10 to
10
15.
to 15.
Yeah. It's about kids playing with those, going to tournaments. Yeah, and then the president of the United States gets shot.
By an LBX.
By an LBX. By one of those little toys. The thing about these toys is they are dangerous, but they are programmed so they only work inside those boxes. Now I don't have to explain what a hacker is, right? And yeah, then those children get tangled up into a whole story about there almost being a new world war and stuff like that. Then they go into outer space. It's pretty... And that's only season 1 of 3. Season 3 has an actual world war. Fought quite peacefully by LBX. Basically, you have this specific island where everyone fights, and the country with the most points is, well, the powerfulest country in the whole world. Because children playing with toys. Sounds like a bad and a good idea at the same time, right? Just saying, a little bit less experience, or Dumblesanki, or whatever you want to call it, is wild. Okay, I think I'm ready for a hint. Oh! That wasn't nice of you. Just hit me. I'm gonna kill you now. That's what you get for that. Yeah, it's a very cool anime. At least watch the anime. Oh, ew.
What?
Can you operate the fly out of there? Thank you. My fingers are a bit too big to fit through those. Yeah. From all the franchises of level 5, I think Dumblesanki is my favorite. And yes, I know they made Professor Layton. You know what? Professor Layton is a pretty good example of how crazy Dumblesanki can get. Because Professor Layton also got very crazy in some cases. My favorite... what would I call it? My favorite wow moment, you could say, of the Professor Layton series was when the professor took off his hat. But not because he took off his hat. It was always like, what does he look under his hat? And well, it's what you expect. He has just some flat hair under his hat. What wowed me about that was me sneezing. No, of course not. What wowed me about that was when his assistant, Luke, took off his hat as well. And I just realized, wait, we haven't seen him without his hat also. And nobody ever wondered about Luke, but only about Layton without his hat, right? Yeah. Which was so... Oh, right. You need a map? Okay. I am guessing here.
Wait a second.
Okay, we will. I need an case in point, I guess. I need training in my mother's language. Not that English is that. Wait. English isn't my mother language.
No, it's not.
It's German.
Yes.
Just realized.
So,
that's how comfortable I feel with English. I like that.
You need to go to Grilling Grove.
Grove.
Top right.
Okay.
It's not where the text is, but a bit to the south.
Somewhere in this area, okay. So let's...
If you want to know closer, I can tell you.
No, we'll search there. That's enough. But, I mean, I like to do it without help. But I also like to not spend like 3 streams on one area. The plan is to do one by area each stream for this side quest and the other stuff. Maybe we need 2 streams for one. Could be. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. So, do the disgusting thing you say in German, in English, not in German. Keep your eyes peeled. You know, peeled. Ouch!
Yes, because your eyelid isn't over your eye, so you peel it away from your eye.
Yeah, but in German we basically say, keep your eyes open. Oh, you can say that in English as well.
Yeah.
That's not uncommon. But yeah. A baby evolution of this would look so cute, right? I mean, you could question the point behind a pre-evo for a Pokemon like this, but I can agree to some extent what Michael of M&J TV always says, that a baby evolution for Chimecho was kind of stupid, but yeah, in Chimecho's case, how would you evolve it even? The baby evolution makes a bit more sense. No, it doesn't make a bell into a wind chime. Yeah. But yes, a baby evolution basically never makes sense. Because it gets weaker when it needs to get stronger, rather. But I don't mind baby evolutions just for the world building, you know? Also, I think one thing about baby evolutions, especially now that you can catch those in the wild, like Pichu and stuff, which makes sense, is you can get a Pokemon that you normally would get late game in early game thanks to that. Well, you get the pre-evo, and if you put in the effort, because most of them are evolved by friendship, you can have a pretty strong Pokemon in early game, which is good, right? That's the purpose baby evolutions should serve. Right? Like Magby, for example. Magma, I think, is pretty strong. You wouldn't get that on the early routes. Magby, however, yeah, they can give you that early. And it also evolves via level, I think, so... I mean, you can still over-level it, but then it wouldn't matter anyway. Okay. Huh. I mean, normally the wisps aren't down on the ground. Oh, this looks wrong. Yeah, it's not here. Can we go further up? Ouch. Yeah, so the baby I most want to see is the baby of 2 Pokemon, actually. And I don't care about any of those at all, to be honest. But we really need a baby Pokemon for Miltank and Tauros to tie them together as a whole line. Because Tauros is the male one, and Miltank is the female one to that. But they need to have a common ancestor. Well, not common ancestor. A common pre-evo for both of those to tie them together finally. Would make sense, right? Because if you breed a Tauros with a Miltank, you will get a Miltank. But where do Tauros come from? Now, if they had a baby, it would depend on if it's male or female, meaning problem solved. Right? And don't do stuff like some stupid... what are those called? Smokes and stuff. I think they did, like, for Munchlax you need that smoke because if you in Gold and Silver breed a Snorlax with a Ditto or another Snorlax, you would get a Snorlax. Yeah, but I don't care. That doesn't mean I need to carry an item for that to make sense. It would be okay if Munchlax just was the offspring from that gen it was introduced in, and that's it. Don't try to make too much sense of it. Oh. Yeah, but tying those two together. And while you do that, go on and give him an evolution as well. I would say at least Taurus, but I think it would be weird if only one of them got an evolution then. But what would Miltank even evolve into? I think Miltank looks very much like the end of that line. Okay, we found it. Right? I mean... Oh, would it make sense that only the male one can evolve further? Because the female one stays with the cattle and stuff, while the male one protects the group and needs the strength. Yeah, could be an argument there. Yes?
Thank you.
Oh, you need that.
Yes. I'm sorry, I don't have a photographic memory.
Why not?
You destroyed it.
What? Was that my fault now? Are you still there or do you need a reboot?
I'm concentrating on your stars.
Ah. If I watch her closely like that, she will start to giggle.
What? What did it say?
Maybe not. There, she giggled. Orbero Tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay. I was very thoroughly there, but okay.
Apparently not.
Is it inside or outside? Does it say?
Let me check.
That's what I said. If I stare at you long enough, you start to giggle.
That's unfair.
Why?
Because you know.
I can also make her yawn for hours.
Don't!
First off, start by just saying...
You already did that today. Stop it.
Just saying yawn. And then when she starts to yawn, make something, and it's pretty easy when she yawns, that makes her laugh. And then she just basically resets the yawn every time she's laughing. That's a lot of fun.
No, it's not.
For me it is.
No, it's not.
For me it is.
No.
And that's the important thing, isn't it?
No.
I'm kidding. My wife is important as well, kind of.
Kinda.
I wonder how many people will comment this to be me being mean to my wife and being a bad husband because I'm...
Yes, you are.
I knew you don't make this better. So if you think that, well, you might want to overthink your relationships because this is just banter between us. It's done out of love. She knows I'm not serious about this. Okay? What's the important thing about that is, you need to be able to say stuff like this to your significant other with both of them knowing it's just a joke. It's not serious. It's just a bit of banter.
It's outside.
It's outside, of course. It's healthy for our relationship to argue with each other a bit. What do we call it? I wouldn't even know what to call it. In German, I would say sich necken. What? Rumblödeln. But what is that in English? Is there even a term for that?
Fool around is the wrong.
Fooling around.
Fooling around is a bit more 18 plus.
What?
Yes. That's when you're changing partners a lot.
What? I think you're mistaken. Fooling around is if you, well, fool around.
I don't.
Oh, there!
think so.
I hate you. I hate, not you, the game. I walked to this very spot earlier, and it was not there.
Yes.
To make this quick, ragey. Now it's all fine.
One remaining. Okay. So you.
No, really, this sucks. Ah! Yeah, fooling around. I mean, a bit of tomfoolery. I have no idea what it. Yeah, I'm guessing horseshoe plains.
Nature's Pantry. South.
What's that? There.
Middle. Yeah. That area.
Why am I not just checking the places I checked very thoroughly? Because that's where they are.
Yep.
You remember your little theory with them only being there at night or being more visible at night?
Yep.
I still have no idea what's...
I think the draw distance is higher at night.
Yeah, that sure, but that one thing there just completely did not appear. Sure, it was at daytime. There was a long pause between day and time. It was at daytime, but you know, it still should appear. I doubt that they are exclusive to night. I think the game would have mentioned. I think with this being about ghost stuff, and though they could have done it that it would only be there at night, that would have made sense. And I know I would have liked that even better, to be honest. But fix the draw distance. In the beginning of the stream, I said I like this game a lot. But I'm bantering a lot about it as well. That's what you get for that game. What? You have a problem? This is family-friendly content.
I would find it really funny if Moo was here and I could call you Kleine Schweinchen.
He would like that.
But he's never here when I can.
He was a good guy when he was still around. After he was gone, a little bit of me died as well. Maybe he'll be there next stream. Just to make sure. I'm just joking around a bit. He's fine. As far as I know. I haven't talked to him today. So... you never know, right? But I assume he's fine. Though he did not retweet my tweet today. There. You suck!
I don't.
I was literally standing here.
Maybe there's an order. Some of them maybe you have to get another one before it. Wasn't this the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
some of them are
don't
odd.
have to mark it.
You say, I mean, it kind of would make sense because when I was collecting those in my private time, I had the same problem. I, in some instances, was standing right where they should be. Which I found out later by using a guide. Yes, I used the guide in private. Boo me. But that's the only thing that would make sense. That, or the game is faulty. It's a game made by Game Freak, so fair chance to both of those. But yeah. Okay. So first now, let's check this. Those I think can't be here, yeah.
You still need a photo. Don't you?
What?
Do you still need a photo for today?
Oh yeah, I do. Haven't changed my clothes. We will do that later. When we leave this area. Pillars of Celestica, it's not here. Mud? No, mud is different. Where stones pile high amid fog-bound ruins. There are no ruins in Obsidian.
That's those blocky thingies, I think, on the way to the temple.
Yeah. What is that? That looks delicious.
I think it's gouache. So color.
It's what?
Gouache.
Gouache.
That's...
You are vibrating.
Yes. My watch is vibrating.
Okay.
It's a type of watercolor.
What? Oh. Disclaimer. I, and you also, do not eat watercolors. It looked like gum from here. Gummy candy stuff.
Oh, it's a
Well.
type of watercolor.
Back to this. Two horns. I mean, where could those be? 3 pillars in a world of ice. Yeah, that's not icy here. Among flowers at the spring where fairies do.
That should be here, I think.
That should be in Hyrule, I think. Where's the spring where fairies dwell?
Go on the map, please.
Yeah, wait, we'll check the others first. Twin trees at the spring of the sea. The sea isn't... That's not here. By the brave... No, grave. Oh yeah, grave. Yeah, that's not here. Gaze down from atop the greatest... Yeah, that's not here as well. Withered tree on the... on the sprawling red... Yeah. Sprawling red one. Scale the frozen... Yeah, that's not here as well. A time-worn ship. No, ships aren't here. A dead tree by the hot spring. That's not here as well. So we miss either one or none, I would say.
Yeah.
So, and you say the fairy spring.
I think that was in Floral Gardens. Top left.
Fairy spring?
Yeah.
There's no water there.
I know, but I think it was there.
I mean, I can check, but please check as well, because if we're finished, it would be good to know. We have all wisps. If we keep up this pace, this might be a shorter stream. Oh well.
The next area.
I'm doing them one by one. We still have to find the poems. So...
Yeah, that could take a while. So,
And that is very challenging.
very, very challenging.
Very challenging.
Oh.
Ow. Guess I need to kill this quickly. Oh no, what?
Fabled Spring is the flower thingy.
Fabled Spring.
I think it's not here. Is it? Wrong map.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. We have the unknown.
Huh?
We have all the unknown already.
I'm not sure because they don't order it by map. So I need to check one by one.
Yeah, but according to the hints of the other ones. You know.
The lone tree in a pond in a grove? You did that one, right?
Lone tree in a pond in a grove?
Yes.
Letter?
E.
E. Yeah, we got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Top of waterfall.
Yes, we have that.
Lake Island.
Are we?
Where emotion resides.
Oh, look! It's sleeping. They're so cute when they sleep. But I don't have time to care about that much. So I have to wake it up.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, yeah. I thought as much. The other hints were just... No, not here. A lot of them mentioning ice, mud, or water stuff. The hints are mostly pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, there's just one I think where we were on the wrong ruins.
Yeah, the ruins. We thought about the wrong ruins. But, I mean, I guess if you can't find it there, go to the other ruins. It's still not that bad.
Yeah, but we were pretty sure we were at the right ones, so we...
Yeah, because it was very strange. Because those stony pillars are not as pillory and stony as you would... I mean, those are pillars made out of stones, but, you know, it's not like a Greek pillar or anything. It's like stapled stones. Like, you could call this a pillar made out of wood. Which, yeah, a tree is that, sure, but, you know, you could also call it a tree. Okay. Oh, look. Why isn't it red? Isn't this an angry bird?
Sometimes you say the stupidest stuff.
Wait. Do birds actually celebrate their birthday? Ah, we found what do you call it? A trace. With candy truffle. Candy. There's a song. Candyman. How did that song go? Can't remember the rhythm. I can't remember the music. The Candyman can. Those are the lyrics. Something like that.
I guess there's a movie.
Yeah, there's a movie called... That's a horror movie, yeah. I know about that. And it's that thing, I think, where you can't say his name 3 times in front of a mirror. You know that, right? Stuff like that. What? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. That's an old song, right?
This video is from 2009.
I think that's older. Well, that's probably a remake or something. Remake? No, wait. Cover. Songs call that a cover. But technically a cover is a remake, right? Or rather a remaster? Because it's still the same song, just... Okay, we have to get up here.
Candyman or the Candyman can.
What? Yes? The whole world is listening. Because the whole world is watching right now.
Song that originally appeared in the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, seriously?
Apparently, yes.
Never watched that movie, to be honest. I also never watched that one with Johnny Depp. But from the scenes I have seen of both of them, we don't need the Johnny Depp version. The best thing I heard about that version was it is called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, not Johnny Depp as Willy Wonka and some little child. And that's what clips from that movie look like. It's not about Charlie, it's about Johnny Depp. And I don't... Do I really need to give a disclaimer about this? Me, if you want to call it hating on Johnny Depp right now, has nothing to do with what's going on right now. I'm just gonna say it. I'm a bit more on Johnny's side here. Because Amber seems very crazy. I mean, he has problems as well. And he's probably not completely innocent. But she seems like she needs to be kept in a mental hospital. Really. I believe him more. Especially since, well, he has proof of many things. And the things she uses as proof are so obviously faked in a lot of cases. But in the end, I have no idea what happened between them. And I will never really know. And so that's their thing. I don't care. But as an actor, I think Johnny Depp has lost his ability a long time ago. I think his peak basically was Jack Sparrow in the first Pirates of the Caribbean, and maybe the second one as well, but I mean, it's not entirely his fault, but he is always typecast and stuff like that. And as Grindelwald, for example, he was just bad. He just was bad in his later roles. I did not enjoy it. Even if he wasn't acting like the goofy Johnny Depp, even those roles, he just could not nail those anymore. He was a good actor once, but he lost it a long time ago. But like I said, this has nothing to do with the ongoing thing with those two. It's just my opinion on Johnny Depp. And the only proof I have is my wife, because I said that years ago already when that topic came up. Yeah. It's just... yeah. He might have even hit her. Who knows? I certainly do not. I actually kinda doubt it. But, I mean, I cannot know. Especially by that voicemail going around where she basically said he did not hit her. And the stupidest thing is when she said, if she tells everybody he hit her, they will believe her, not him. Which is a bit too true, to be honest. There are a lot of women going around saying that when a woman says she was mistreated, you have to always believe it. Which, no. That is so abusable, that mindset. No. No, maybe later. Okay, can you search up a list of the poems and where to find them? Not right now to find them, but to get to know if we found them all already. To check that. Because I could search for days. If we found all of them already, yeah, that won't amount to nothing. So yeah, the whole Depp hurdle thingy. Hurdle? Heard. Wait, what is her name? Amber Heard, right? Yeah. It's just messy. I'm not very interested in it as well. I don't really care much about the lives of celebrities in general. Let celebrities just have their privacy. Let's just have have them their private life and don't be so sensational.
Can you check which ones you have?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Then check for 14, please. 15 is just...
Wait. Oh, we don't have many. We have... 14 is the first here. We have.
Okay.
15 we just got, and the next one after that is 19.
Okay, that's all here.
That's actually all here?
Yes. There's only 20 in total, so... yeah.
Oh, would mean
Not that
4
much
per area. Wait, that means we are done for today. Huh.
basically.
Well then, we'll change our outfit. I guess we'll change it for... we'll change it for this, make it a bit green, and just say we had it on all the time. We do our thumbnail, and then we do a raid. I mean, I'm fine with that. This game needs to last a bit as well. So... I still have no idea what I should do in between time between this and Scarlet Violet. Because this slot in our stream schedule will get Scarlet Violet. Playing Violet, by the way, on stream. Because it's It's my wife's favorite color, so in private she plays that. That's basically what we go by when choosing which version to play. But yeah. I doubt we need as long to finish this as it takes for... I think November. I think November will be when it comes out. You know what? I have an idea. The obsidian grasslands are pretty green. And they are the first areas. So we choose the first of those. Those are the first set in green. Of each category. And then we do the second in red.
Then remember it for next week.
Yeah, if we don't, that's our viewer's fault.
That's what?
Our viewer's fault.
That doesn't make sense.
Why?
Because it doesn't make grammatic sense.
Okay. Yes, we are done here. But which Digimon do we choose?
The digital hazard.
I knew it! What? Hazard is playing?
Yeah.
I mean!
Great Games Live is on as well.
Giggles.
Shibuya Kaho. The Monimon. Merkletta.
Okay.
Sion Abraxas. And Bakanov.
Uh-huh.
And Alucard 9313.
Who has the least viewers?
Alucard.
How many? I kinda wanna do Hazard.
Yeah, then.
Um
Let's go with him.
So a green Pokemon would be good, right?
Yeah.
Feeling a grass type? Not Floe. We had Floe already. So we're looking for a green grass type that also appears in the...
You don't have the Teddiursa here, right?
The shiny one.
Yeah.
No.
That would be...
So a green grass type appearing in the obsidian. Is there even such a thing? Aren't many Are there any grass types in obsidian?
There's anything other than Shaman.
Paras? Paras is a grass type.
But not green.
But not green, but it appears there. But is that the only grass type appearing?
Scissor.
Oh! Wormadam! I like this more.
Scissor is grass, right? Not Scissor. The first one?
Scyther is bug.
Is it just bug?
Flying. Bug flying.
Okay.
So this one. The most popular of all the Digimon from Yu-Gi-Oh! I like this more.
Okay.
Shoot here. Change your pose. And I know the perfect pose for this. Change your expression. This is angry. Kinda would like... That's not really serious. Let's go with surprised. So what can Burmy do? Look fierce. Look happy. Isn't that the same? Oh. Go to sleep? Act dizzy? Pretend to faint. I think the happy one. Start shooting. Okay. One. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Well then. I'm staying in here. That I will remember next time. we save, and we do the outro and raid. So I hope you enjoyed today's stream, even though it was a bit shorter, but oh well. Check out the links you can find in the chat to Twitter and Instagram, where I post stuff, as well as to YouTube, where I upload at least twice a week. Also, if you are watching this on YouTube, links in the description to my Twitch, where I live stream this every Friday. Also live streaming on Saturdays and Sundays as well, and soon when Digimon Survive comes out, on Mondays as well from that point on. So, with that said, until next time, bye-bye, and now we rate.
Second, guys, every now and then when I go to save, the emulator crashes. It's just something it does. Give me 2 seconds. Just happens every now and then. The gamepad just gets ignored by the game, and then I can't do anything about it. So give me 1 second to reboot it. It should take just a second. Just 1 second. Just one. Is you an RPG Maker game? Wicked. I'm trying to learn RPG Maker. So I can make my own game. Because I want to make a Digimon RPG, but like a Digimon, not a Digimon RPG where they're all typical Digimon. We talked about it in a stream recently. Story mode. Do I have to do the Shaman fight again? Do I have to do the Shaman fight again? Yes, I do have to do the Shaman fight again. Son of a bitch. Okay, that was unfortunate. I'm also an RPG Maker Wicked. I mean, I've bought a really old version, so I think my version is RPG Maker X something. Shaman saw. Yeah, so they couldn't accept that Shaman lost, so they crashed the game to make me have to fight him again. Frontier Setter will make a good RPG, I guess. Well, what you see that my attack went right through him and didn't hit him. No, what my plan is for the RPG. Can I do my thing, please? Was it the worst? Oh my god, I can't even... What is going on? I'm getting absolutely ruined. What is this AI? It's unreal. I don't think I can pull this back. First, yes, it was awful to handle. It was the cheapest. It was like £1 something on Instant Gaming, or £3 something. So I picked it up as a test. At the moment, though, it's not looking too bad. But obviously, I don't have anything to compare it to. Oh my god! Just end it. Purely level-wise, Tailmon should be stronger. Yeah, this game loves Shoutmon so much. It's just forcing Shoutmon to win. This is why the speedrun is done with Shoutmon so many times, because he's just so broken. Like, he's easily moving at like 1.5 speeds. I did beat him a minute ago, but the game crashed because they can't stand the idea of Shoutmon losing. Shoutmon was only one time. Yeah, I get that. I get wanting to make him the best because he was like the cool guy at the time. Fresh start, have bread. Yes, we need the bread. Bread for the bread god. How do you do that much damage with a counter? And while the Maker's okay, you get the hang of it, are prepared to be able to not do what you want. Yeah, I don't mind that. If I can learn to use the Maker, then if I get into it enough, and I learn sort of how things work, then I can make better headway with a bigger version when I go buy it. So the idea is to make what I can with the current version, and then just work on it as I go. Okay, her flying kick is actually better than this stupid thing. Oh, actually, I need that. Oh, that was lucky. Come on, get up, get up, get up. Can't wait for the 0 damage ultimate. All it does is stun him. Oh, it does nothing. Literally the worst ult in the game. As you know, the new version have built up PC from 0. If you're lucky, you can reuse graphics. Probably. I don't mind it. I appreciate I'll have to do a lot of work. What is this? This is absolutely garbage. What is this attack? Literally, I can't do anything. This is absolute garbage. Oh my word. If I remember correctly, some versions of our RPG Maker use different languages. Yes, everyone typed digital princesses. This is unreal. I even got ahead of him that time, but as soon as he gets that evolution, I just can't fight him. It's so broken. My ultimate for more formative joints finished. Ooh, is it? Want to see? Yeah, go for it. You can't touch him while he has invisibility frames, and he sure as hell can hit you. It's unreal. I'll get over it. I'll get past it. Also, you have to look at the official forum to see there's a lot of fan-made plugins. Oh, I've seen those, yeah. Excuse me? My range attack literally passed straight through him. What the hell is that game? Okay, what? It's so bad. It's like fighting fucking Shao Kahn in the original Mortal Kombat. He just has such ultimate combos, it's unreal. I pinged you. Cool. I want to try and kill him without evolving. There we go. Because now I can do shit with his life. I can't even beat him as an ultimate. Even like when you evolve, all the AI does is run away from you. I hate this so much. Oh my god, are you serious, man? Right, okay. So we're on 1-1. I've got an evolution coming. Welcome to hell. This is really bad. Like, I knew he was overpowered because the game just loves him so much. Oh, don't get that. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Man, look at what you're saying here about Shaomon. He's just so broken. He's so broken. This is literally like fighting like Shao Kahn or whoever the bloody Mortal Kombat bosses were. You should try winning. Maybe. At least I'm getting money out of this. Like, not a lot though. Maybe good old hit and run works? No. Shaomon is faster, he has more iframes. He's literally just made as this game's pro tag. This game is made around Shaomon. He is literally the strongest character in the game. And because he's been placed so late in the game, the AI is immense. I mean, you can use that if you want to. I don't want to use that too much because I need my MP. So I just need to basically cheat. Did you use the cuteness factor? No, because Shoutmon is absolutely the kind of person to kick a dog. I mean, insult him because he deserves it. I hear you insulting Shoutmon, lol, good. I'm glad you heard me. Because he's garbage. I will literally put you in a corner. There we go. I'm now ahead, and I got heal. Right, okay, this should be good.